as the time looms for the next round of this heavyweight contest. The question that lingers in the minds of many Australian fans: can Australia knock out India in this round? Can Australia pull back the curtains of time and repeat what they did in December 2020 by skittling out the Indians for 36 runs? Yes, 36 runs. While that is going on in the minds of many Australian fans, there are controversy in the camp of Australia. Words on the street is that Josh Hazlewood would have been dropped from the team because of that controversial statement he would have made to the media. And Sunil Gavaskar did not allow that controversy to be swept under the carpet. He added fuel to the fire. Commenting on the injury, he said, "Mystery, mystery, strange, strange." The stage has been set. Can Marnus Labuschagne make the cut? The truth of the matter is, the currency of a batter is runs. And Australia's top order is void of runs right now. While that is going on in the Australian camp, India, on the other hand, is trying to balance a star-studded team. So many stars are available for this match. Can they find the right balance? Tough decision will need to be made by coaches and captains. And with all that said, goes down to two things. Marnus Labuschagne loves Adelaide, and Virat Kohli loves Adelaide. Bumrah is in top form. This will be a belter of a contest. Welcome everyone to the preview of the second test between India and Australia. It's a pink ball test. And that suggests it's a day and night affair. It is the 2024 Virat Gavaskar Trophy down under in Australia. Stay tuned. Do not touch that dial. We will be right back. So we are in the beautiful city of Adelaide, and this match is building up to be a pulsating contest between India and Australia. India would have suffered some heavy defeat here at Adelaide, but they would have celebrated some good victories as well. And as you know, in 2003, you can remember that magical double century scored by Rahul Dravid. In that test match, Australia would have batted first and then made a mama 556. India, in reply, they would have made 523. As I said, Rahul Dravid would have made 233 in that first innings. Australia in their second innings was bundled out for 196. India in reply, they would have made 233 for 6. And they would have won the match. And in that second inning, Rahul Dravid again would have made an unbeaten 72. That was, Test cricket at the highest level, right? And we can remember the 2015 World Cup in Adelaide. We can remember that magical century scored by Pujara in 2018. he would have scored 123, and that century would have started, Pujara's, batting performance in Australia, a great batting performance in Australia. India would have suffered some losses, and one of the historic, loss that they would have, experienced was in 2020, that 2021 season, where they would have been bundled out for 36 runs. And the good thing about that series is that, India would have fought back in that series, and they would have won that 4-match series 2-1. Now, India would have beaten Australia, badly in Perth. In fact, they would have won that match by 295 runs. And there are a lot of talks surrounding the Australian team. In fact, they would have suffered some injury problems. Josh Hazlewood would have suffered a strain, a side strain. So he will be, out of this second test. His likely replacement would be Scott Boland, right? We would have seen that Mitchell Marsh would have been a bit sore from that, test match in Perth, but we will see, what will, happen as it relates to Mitchell Marsh, whether or not he will be fit for this game, right? But a lot of talks would have been around the top order of Australia. Can this match be the match that this top order of Australia pick? Let us wait and see. And can I remind you that Adelaide is one of Labuschagne's favorite ground to watch? Continue to watch. I will get into that. So Australia, in my estimation, will not make an wholesale change, as what the public is calling for. I believe Australia, believe in this group of players. I think they believe that these players are the best in the country. So I'm not expecting Australia to, make any wholesale change to the team. India, on the other hand, they have some good headaches. Two of their, very important players would have returned to the lineup. Shubman Gill, who was injured, he's back now, and so Rohit Sharma, he's back, with the team. So, there are a lot of talks about how the Indians will line up, so we will have to wait and see, how they will line up from 1 to about 7, 1 to 7, 1 to 8, thereabout. We will see whether or not Jadeja or Ashwin will get a chance to play, whether Rohit will go at the top and Rahul back to number 6 or batting number 3. We'll just have to wait and see, right? But as it relates to pink ball cricket, we know that Australia is the master of pink ball cricket. They would have played 12 pink ball matches so far, and they would have won 11 out of that 12, matches they would have played. So they are the master of pink ball cricket. And we know that the pink ball tend to nip around more than the red ball. So it will be, some good batting contest, because both teams have good, seam or pace bowlers, right? So as it relates to the pitch report, the head curator, Damien Hogg, he would have said that the pitch, it has a little bit of, grass on the top, not much, and it has a little bit of moisture, but it is very, tough and hard, and it is very dry as well. So he's saying that, the spinners will get a little bit of turn as well as some bounce out of the pitch. And also the pace bowler. We know that Adelaide is a pitch that favors pace bowling, right? So, we will have to wait and see. But what will make, condition more, tougher to bat in is the weather forecast, right? On the first day, right, it is expected there is a 40% probability that rain will fall, right? And not only that, at least 98% of the sky is expected to be covered. That is a real situation for baseball. But the tricky part to this is that based on Adelaide, 82 matches would have been played at Adelaide, and the team that won the toss and bat first generally wins the game. In fact, on 33 occasions, the team that wins the toss and bat first generally wins the game. So it's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be tricky because the overcast condition is saying if you win the toss, you need to bowl first. So that's some working out that both captains would have to do along with their coaching staff. That's gonna be very tricky given the forecast of the game. But as it relates to Marnus Labuschagne would have played 7 matches at Adelaide Oval. He would have scored 563 at an staggering average of 80.42. Yes, 80.42. Could this match be the match when Labuschagne returned to form? Do not go anywhere. The match will bowl off in a few hours. Stay tuned as this riveting and pulsating match begins in a few hours from now. Thank you so much for watching us. We truly enjoy your company. Stay tuned for more roundups. We will continue to provide daily roundups of these matches. These are cricket at its best. Thank you for joining us again. Please remember to share the video. Please remember to subscribe. Please remember to like the video. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you in the next video.